eat the rice, eat the salad, eat the chicken. And the money they were calling for me is not me. Go home, apply your wedding. In your heart, you just know that this is it. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessicaokah, and in today's video I'm going to be answering some questions about my wedding, questions that I got during my Nigerian's wedding series and the ones that I got when I asked them on Instagram. So let's just get right into the video. So I'm going to start with the very personal ones that I got from people that are already planning their weddings, either for May, for June, and I'm going to answer that. Let's start with number one. I'm planning my wedding and I'm overwhelmed already. How did you navigate? For somebody that is easily stressed, I think I was just lucky that I was planning this wedding with my husband. That's precious. Every time I wanted to go ballistic and go stress and go, it will always bring me back. Like, calm down, Jessica, we'll get this done. So what really helped me was that I had somebody that was always supportive and helpful and seeing things from my point of view. I think that if you have that, I think that that's another way, that's what's going to help you not to be stressed. You need to count on your partners so that you don't do it on alone. If you do it on alone, that's where the stress will be hitting you back to back to back to back. So count on your partner, count on your family and friends. Don't stress. It's hard to say that you should not stress too much, but don't stress too much. The day is going to come and go. This is one thing I wish I knew before I did my wedding. The day is going to come and go. So if you like, stress from now till tomorrow, overwhelm yourself from now till tomorrow. That day will come and go. Plan the things that you know that you need to do. The things that you know that someone else can help you do, pass it to them. Don't do everything yourself. That's another thing that later affected me later in the planning stage of my wedding, that I started doing everything myself and it became too hectic for me. So try to pass the things that you know that others can do, pass it to them, and the things that you know you can do it yourself. And anything that's stressing you, just try to overlook it, because the truth is you would see a lot of stress. You see a lot of things that will stress you out, and if you let them overwhelm you, it's going to be a problem. Finally, always count on your partner, because the wedding is for two of you. Don't put everything on your head and stress about everything on your head, because if you do, it's going to be hard for you. So that's one thing. That's the advice I can give you. Another thing that can help you not to be overwhelmed is to plan. Plan in the sense that you're not just doing everything all over the place. Okay, if it's about, for instance, today you want to talk about your dress, focus on that, finish that one. The next day you want to talk about your hair, focus on that, finish that one. Don't just be doing everything at the same time. But if you do everything at the same time, that's where overwhelm starts. Just know that you have to do it step by step. Don't just pack all the things, because wedding is divided into different sections. So if you divide your wedding into different sections and say this week, let's say you still have a long time to go, and you say this week this is what I'm going to focus on, every other thing don't focus on any other thing. That's how you will not be overwhelmed. But if you start focusing on hair, clothes, shoes, bag, your husband's clothes, your family clothes, your this, that's where the overwhelm comes from. So just focus on one thing at a time, little by little, and you will get there. Next question is, did you hire a stylist or an event planner? The answer is no. Right from time, I don't know. I just didn't think that an event planner or a stylist would be a big part of. In hindsight, if my wedding didn't go the way I wanted it without a stylist, I would have thought that maybe I should have gotten a stylist. But I was lucky that I contacted my friend who is a fashion designer to be my fashion designer, and she did the work of both a stylist and a fashion designer. So that's why, even though I didn't plan on getting a stylist at the beginning, in the end I didn't need a stylist, because I was lucky to have a friend who was so good at styling my first trad outfit is the one that came with everything from up to down. If you are following if you follow me on social media, then you know that me, I don't care about style. I don't care about, I just wear anything I want to wear, and that's it. But she really, something that the work that the stylist is supposed to do is what she was doing for me. So the colors, she picked it, the fabric, she picked it, the styles, she sent me different types of styles that when I pick this one, she'll be, are you sure is this one, are you sure is this one? So at the end of the day, my fashion designer got to do the work of a stylist. So I didn't get a stylist. And also an event planner. Right from time, I've just always thought that event planners are just collecting your money for, I don't know. What I should have gotten is someone that will plan the day. Okay, maybe an event coordinator, like a friend that would have planned, that would have coordinated the day. Because at the end of the day, if someone did not put it upon themselves to be the event coordinator, I'm not sure that the wedding would have been successful. But my husband's elder brother, put it upon himself, especially for the drinks and the food. He coordinated that so well that we didn't have any issue overall. But even if you're not going to get an event planner like I didn't, the reason I didn't get an event planner, I just thought that I'm too particular. Like I like to do things myself. I like to know everything that's going on for me to get an event planner. Because at the end of the day, I will end up planning everything myself, because I'll be like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. So at the end of the day, why do I need an event planner? And especially another reason why I did not even think of having an event planner is most of the event, because the job of an event planner is to reach out to the vendors, reach out to the best vendors, and most of the vendors that I planned on using for my wedding are the ones that my either my sister used or my husband's brothers used. So at the end of the day, what I don't really need a wedding planner, so I didn't use a wedding planner. I didn't use a stylist, thanks to my fashion designer. I didn't use a wedding planner, thanks to the family that I had that had already wedded before me. So if you're not like me, because I'm just talking from a place of privilege, not privilege per se, but a place of having lots of vendors at my disposal, vendors that is tested and trusted. That's why I didn't need a planner. So if you are somebody that you don't have all this, none of your family members, none of your friends have tested and trusted a vendor that you can use, then maybe you can decide to use a planner. But me, I'm talking from a place of not having a planner, because I just thought about it now that Jessica, you have just been talking from a place of having people that helped you, having vendors on ground, having, so for if you are not like me that have most of the vendors already, then you can go for having an event planner, or go for asking several vendors before you end up picking who you want to pick. One question that I got is, where did I get my hair for my wedding? It took me like 2 weeks to finally find where to get my hair, because one thing about me, I don't know anything about hair. I don't know anything about hair, but I knew that hair was a very important part of my wedding, so I started looking for hair. So thankfully I was able to see Debbie Oscar. She's on Instagram. If you don't know her, she's a popular influencer. She just had a wedding too, but I saw her promoting a wig on our story, and I was like, okay, I like this wig, and I've noticed that most of our wig are actually good. So I went to her bio, clicked on it, and I bought the hair. They said the hair was going to arrive in 10 days. Luckily for me, it arrived in 10 days, so that's where I got my hair. Another question I got is, why did I get married in Nigeria? I don't know. I moved to the UK 2 years ago. In 2022 January, I moved to the UK, and I've found out that a lot of people, when they move abroad, especially when they move with their boyfriend, they end up doing their wedding here in the UK, because one, it's cheaper. If you want to do the small one that everybody do, is cheaper. A flight, you're not flying, you're not doing all the outfit changes, you're not, most times you just go on Shein and buy your stuff, or even thrift it if you are doing it here in the UK. Whereas in Nigeria, you are going to be spending lots and lots of money. So why did I choose to do Nigeria, even though we know that we're going to spend lots and lots of money? The answer to that question is me and my husband we have been together for a very long time. Yes, since we were children. Practically children, not children, but since we were really young, we've been together. Wedding is a once in a lifetime thing. Even if you end up going to do it again after 10 years, the first one is a once in a lifetime thing, and we wanted to celebrate it with our friends and family. We wanted to do it the way we would do it if we did not relocate. That's the simple answer. We wanted to do it the way we would do it if we didn't move out of Nigeria. So that's why we went, did, it's possible for you to do your wedding and you'll be in the UK, for you to do your traditional marriage in Nigeria and you'll be in the UK. It happens a lot. That's very possible, but we didn't want to do that. We really wanted to experience everything of a Nigerian wedding. That's why if you see most of my posts, it's always Nigerian wedding, Nigerian wedding, Nigerian wedding. I plus my husband wanted to experience a Nigerian wedding of our own. We've experienced my sister's one, and if I can travel to Nigeria for my husband's brother's wedding, travel to Nigeria for my sister's wedding, then I can travel to Nigeria for my own wedding. So that was a given right from time. We didn't even think that we're going to do it in the UK one day, like, okay, let's do our wedding in the UK. Never. It was always in Nigeria from time. So yeah, it was important that we celebrate our wedding with our friends and family back home in Nigeria, because if we decide to invite them here, it's even going to be more expensive. How many flights? So it's better for us to be the one to fly down and spend all the money there in Nigeria and come back. I'm enjoying these questions, seriously. I'm enjoying answering these questions. I've been looking forward to this Q&A for a long time, since even before even before the wedding came, I was already looking forward to post wedding Q&A, because I really just wanted to answer all these questions. The next question is, how did you plan your wedding from the UK? So guys, when I wanted to start planning my wedding from the UK, I did not know that I did not know that it was going to be this. And that's why after my engagement in October, after we decided that we were going to get married in December, I did not know that it was crunch time. I didn't know that from that October to December is crunch time. I thought we were still joking. Let me tell you when I started planning second week of November. And before then, when people call me and say, have you started planning? I say, yeah, I will do it. What is there? I didn't know that it was going to be that hectic. I planned it with a lot of help, because if I am in the UK and I'm planning a wedding in Nigeria, how am I going to do it if someone is not helping me? So for the venue, we had the venue that I wanted to use right from time, so we just sent someone there to help us book it. For catering, we had someone that that's why I didn't use wedding planner, let's be serious, because there was already a vendor for everything. For me, there was already a vendor for everything, because we have worked with the vendor 3 times. My sister used this same vendor for our food. My husband's 2 brothers used the same vendors for their food, so that one was settled. So we just called her, calculated what's it called, budget for that, and got that sorted out. Events decor, same thing. We had already used that person. She was good. My sister used, funny enough, it's not as if my sister and my husband's brothers sat down together and said, which vendor did you use? They just ended up using the same vendor. So I used that same vendor for my decor. What else did I do that's major? To buy my fabric, my fashion designer is my friend. She did most of the ordering. I was just, one thing that even wasted time. One thing that wasted time is to pick a fabric. When I tell you I am choosy, I can be choosy. If I see this color, I will not like the design. If I like this design, I will not like this color. The color I ended up choosing for my for my trad and my white. It's not the colors that I would have gone for normally. Like, it's not the colors that were on my head, but I ended up choosing those colors because I ended up falling in love with the design, because someone advised me and said that stop looking at colors, start looking at what you like. So if you like this thing, instead of focusing, oh, this is not the color I want, do you like it? Every other thing will follow. So that's what I did. I now chose something that I like the design, and then the color just went with it. So for fabrics, Ashwebi fabrics, I sent someone to the market like 10 times because at first they were going to look for fabric for my trad outfit, for me and my husband's trad outfit, but that one was not working, so I just said forget that one. I sent 2 people actually. For my family fabric, my aunt helped me to go to the market severally, and then for my Ashwebi, I sent I in one of my videos I put it at the end that someone helped me. That guy was so helpful. Younger tribe. He went severally to the market to be able to get my fabric. So that's one thing. For shoes, my accessories, everything that I needed to go with my outfit, my fashion designer got some, my sister got some. For souvenir, my sister got some, and we contacted the guy for the book and the souvenir pack. We contacted him, the same guy that my husband's brothers used. We contacted him and he did that. So most of the things were like calling, and for to take my measurement, my friend called via video, and my friend here helped me take the measurement. That's how I got my measurement. So it was just calling, help. Different. You have to be ready to receive help if you're planning your wedding from diaspora. And my own was even worse because I went back home 9 days before my wedding. So there's almost nothing I could do by the time I got there. The only thing that I did when I go back to Nigeria was try my outfit in Abuja before going to Delta State. Was go to, because another person helped me make my robe and my photo shoot outfit there in Delta State. So go to her place to try that. That's the other thing that I did. Which other thing did I do? Nothing. It was just by the time I got by the time I got to Nigeria, if I leave the house 8 o'clock, I will come back 8 o'clock. Like, I was not at home. It was just pa 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 pa. But the luck that I had was that most of the things had been almost done. Most of the things, it was not that I went there and then started. Most of the things that's the thing, I'm just so lucky that I had friends and family that were so helpful, that were like, Jessica, what do you want, what should I do, even though it was so hard for me to accept some of the help, because me, I don't like to I don't like to ask people for help. I don't know. It's just the way I am. So it was such a hard thing for me to ask. But I was lucky that a lot of people were happy to assist me. Question is, did you rent your wedding gown or did you make it? From the beginning, my plan was to make my wedding gown. Not because it was a necessity for me to make the wedding gown, but because I just wanted to make it. It was not like it's not like I needed to make a wedding gown. It was just, let me make a wedding gown. So I reached out to about 5 fashion designers, and let me not lie, the money they were calling for me is not me. I cannot afford it. I could not afford it. I was like, those so wedding gown that we wear once, this amount, it's too expensive now. So after asking several vendors and they were coming up with the same price, I had to start looking for who to rent from. So I knew that I didn't want to wear the shiny stony bridal wedding gown. I also didn't want to wear a bodycon wedding gown, so that one was out of the way. So I had to focus on a silky wedding gown and a flea wedding gown. So I started looking for by the time I contact them, it's either not available for that date or one thing or the other. So I finally found Lacari's Bride. She's on Instagram. They are a big bridal vendor on Instagram. They are in Lagos and then they're in Abuja. So because they're in Abuja, naturally I just said because they're in Abuja, great, because I do not try when I'm going to Nigeria. When I'm going to Nigeria, I usually don't go to I don't go through Lagos, I go through Abuja because Lagos is so stressful. It's not me at Lagos. The only time I've traveled outside the country to Lagos was when we were going to Dubai in 2018, and it was not funny. It was not funny. So since then, not me and Lagos, it's always through Abuja. So when I found out that Lacaris has a shop in a studio in Abuja, I was like, okay, I'll use them. So I started going through their page, and luckily for me, they were doing like a promo then. So I started going through their page, going, and I found like 3 that I like, with one that was my number one. So when I reached out to them, they were like, that my number one is now available for my date, which was so sad because I really wanted it to be available. I really wanted to wear that outfit because I just liked the stone that was here, and it was really fine on the mannequin. So I say, I was so like, I was not I didn't want to pay for the other one that they said was available because it was not really giving the way I wanted it to give. So I didn't pay. I was like, ugh, what am I going to do now? I just have to wait for another time. I just have to wait for the time I will see another one that I really like. I liked the other two, but they were leaning towards this shiny, stony this thing. I didn't want to just wear stone this thing. So after like 1 week, they reached out to me and said, this dress is available for your date. I was like, it's available? Immediately there and there, I paid for it, and I paid the deposit for it, and that was it. And when I got to Nigeria, I paid the complete amount, tried it on, it was great, and we went to, and that was wedding dress. So if you are looking to rent a wedding dress like I did, Lacari's Bride is a go-to. She's really good. She's really good. She has really nice wedding dresses. I would say one of the downside of planning a wedding from diaspora is you just be ready to be making a lot of calls. And for me, if you are one of those people that don't make that are always struggling to make calls, like me. Me, I hate to call people. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I hate to call people, and I have to call a lot. So if you know that you want to plan your wedding in diaspora, just be ready to be having conversations repeatedly with people. So that's another way that helps me, having conversation repeatedly. Another thing is that just be ready to miss a lot of the things that the bride does, like going out to, okay, you go out to check your venues, check different venues, go out to find your fabric yourself, go to the market, or just the whole experience. That's the only thing you will miss, a lot of the experience. And that's why I try to experience most things that I could when I arrived, because I had missed a lot of the experience. So just know that you're going to miss a lot of the experience as a bride if you are planning your wedding from diaspora. That's just the downside. Another thing, I think I was so lucky with my planning, because even though I was planning from here, and even though things were not going the way I wanted it to go at times, in the end it always works out for my good. For instance, when I wanted to get my fabric, I wanted to get another color, but at the end of the day I ended up finding a color that was perfect for me. I don't know how to say it, but I felt, that's the thing, as a bride, when you find a venue, you just feel that that is my venue. When you find your outfit, you just feel like that is my outfit. It just, I don't know how to explain it, but it just, you just, in your heart, you just know that this is it. That's how most of the things happen with me. Just like, this is it, this is the outfit I'm wearing, this is the fabric I want to use. In your convictions, you just be sure. But when you're not sure, you always question yourself, like, is this really it? Is this really it? When you find your style, when you find your, it's just always like this. The luck I had was that every time I thought that I was not going to get this done, it just always works out for me. I think I was just lucky, honestly. What mistakes did you make in planning your wedding? I'm going to add what mistakes and what are your regrets together, because the two go hand in hand. One mistake that I made slash regret is coming to Nigeria, or going to Nigeria late, 9 days before my wedding. When I was watching other people's planning of their wedding, they were in Nigeria like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before their wedding. Some people, even Debbie Oscar that I just did her wedding, she was in Nigeria like 1 month before the wedding, I think, or 3 weeks before the wedding. But me, I was there 9 days before the wedding. I had not done my photo shoot. I had not none of my outfits was ready. A lot of things. I had not bought some souvenirs. A lot of things were undone because I went there extremely late. So if you are planning your wedding from diaspora, be in your country at least 14 days before your wedding, or at least 3 weeks, that's 21 days before your wedding, because you would think that you have everything sorted out, but when you get to Nigeria, you see that you have not done anything, and there will be a lot of problem for you. And if you are not lucky that you have a lot of people helping you like I did, you could be extremely overwhelmed. So please don't be like me and go and go 9 days before your wedding. Go 14 days or 21 days before your wedding, or even 1 month. What are you doing abroad? Go home and plan your wedding. Another mistake slash regret that I have, not regret, but mistake, was not asking for help. Like I told you, it's quite ironic that I said I had a lot of help, but at the same time, I wasn't asking for help. When it comes to some girly things, I'm not really the number, like I'm not really up there. So I needed the help in some level, some things that I at the same time, I didn't want to put the pressure on anyone to do it for me. And the number one thing that affected was my bridal shower. So a friend called me, but two of my friends called me and said, what are your plans for your bridal shower? Are you doing your bridal shower? I wasn't sure I wanted to do a bridal shower, so I didn't ask. I was like, I'm not sure. I don't even think I want to do a bridal shower. That's one. Two, as at the time I was sure, I didn't want to put the pressure on them for them to start looking for something for me to do. To start planning bridal. I don't know. At the end, I realized that people are supposed to actually plan your bridal shower, but I didn't even know that people are actually supposed to plan. I thought you're going to, you're supposed to allow people to plan your bridal shower, and not you doing it yourself. I thought that was something that I had to do myself, and you can do it yourself too, but like, I should have allowed people to help me, because there are so many things that I didn't make available. Even though I had a venue that later cancelled, or I had a plan that it was too late because I went to make my hair in Warri, and before I came back it was too late. If someone else was actually involved in the planning, they would have made those things, they would have been doing the planning of the bridal shower while I was still doing my hair or trying to get my souvenirs in Warri. But I didn't ask for help, and it ended up making the bridal shower, even though it was funny and interesting, but it was unconventional. It was not like every other person's bridal shower, because it was not like, let's just do it because let's just do it, and let not just be as if I didn't do a bridal shower, which that have not been the case if I had other people helping me. So ask for help, guys. Especially if you know that there will be people that are going to help you. Even if you don't know that there will be people that are going to help you, just still ask for help, because you don't know. Someone might just say, okay, let me help you, even though out of the kindness of their hearts, so that you will not be looking like you not be doing your bridal shower without crown, doing your bridal shower without sachet. What's it called? Sachet. Is it sachet they call it? I don't even know what it's called. That bachelorette sachet. You not be doing your bridal shower all over the place without small chops, because I didn't get my small chops. So guys, try to ask for help, even though you're like me that don't want to ask for help, but let people help you. Number one and only regret, not that's not the only regret, but the number one regret for my child and my wife is that I did not eat. I did not eat. Okay, for my child, I didn't eat on on the trad day. I didn't eat, but there was food at home when I go home, because food go home and there was food at home. But for the whites, the food that they took home, by the time we got home, it was bad, so I couldn't eat. And during the whole ceremony, even though they brought food for me, I was too hyper. I just ate about 2 spoons. Eat on your wedding day, eat on your traditional marriage day, eat on your wedding day, because you will regret it. How will you pay all those amount of money for people to eat and you will not eat it? Especially when at the end of the day, the food they brought home wasn't good. If at the end of the day, by the time I got home, I saw food, maybe I would have not been hungry. But you might be unlucky like me and get home and the food is not there, and you won't eat your food that you paid millions of naira for. So try to eat, no matter how. Just find 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Eat the rice, eat the salad, eat the chicken, eat the stew, eat the meat, eat the chicken, eat the turkey. Because you'll be regretting like me. Like today, sometimes I just say, I did not eat my food. I did not eat the food I paid for on my own wedding. Chai. That's one regret I have. Other regret I have is, let's not talk about regrets. Let's not talk about it. Scratch that. My memory card ran out, so I had to go and look for another memory card. What do you wish you knew before your wedding? I think I'm just going to make it very short. But what I wish I knew before my wedding is that planning a wedding is not perfect. Let me tell you. I put so much effort into planning my white wedding to make it magical, to make it perfect. That's the one that was not perfect. That's the one that we had a lot of hiccup. At the end of the day, it was nice, it was amazing, but that's the one that had a lot of hiccups. That's the one that I had to. That was the one that was not that was the one that was not perfect. But for my trad, I didn't care. For my trad, I just like, we're going to pay bride price. Pay the bride price. Let's go home. It was not serious for me. But that's the one that was perfect. Okay, in the morning it was annoying, but from that, after I finished my makeup, after I wore my dress, after the whole ceremony started, it was perfect to the T. And I did not plan that trad. I did not plan it. Like, it was just, I paid for food, I paid for the event decor, I paid for, it was perfect. It was perfect. But the white that I was doing, like now that one night we gone the church, it closed late, everything we now started doing rushing. But for the trial, it was perfect, it was timely, it was so weddings are not perfect. That's what I wish I knew, and it affected me so much when I found out that it was not perfect. But weddings are not meant to be perfect. What you see online, what you as the bystander sees that looks like it's perfect, behind the scene it's not. So don't be too hard on yourself when things go wrong on your wedding. Yes, that's it. That's what I wish. Don't be too hard on yourself when things go wrong on your wedding. That's what I wish I knew. But I was a bit hard on myself, because I was like, I planned it like this. I said it should go like this. Why didn't it go like this? But in the end, it was perfect in the sight of God. compared to the effort that I put to make it perfect and the effort that I put to try to make it perfect, it was not matching. But that's what I wish I knew, that weddings are not perfect. So just expect the unexpected. You might think that it is on point, and then when you get there, it's like cook, it all crack. What are you gonna do? Nothing. What advice would you give a bride to be? My advice is don't do your wedding in December. I swear, every time I'm always saying it. Don't do your wedding in December. Nigeria last year, the cost of living was already getting heightened by the time it was December last year, remember? But that was not the only thing that made our wedding like times three, because not times two, times three of what we thought it would be. We didn't really have a budget, but the price that was given to us went up times three by the time it was December. So don't get married in December, and especially in that Nigeria, don't get married in December, because things are times two in December. But if you are not in Nigeria and the dollar is not going up, maybe it's now go to times four. So December is not the best time to get married, except you absolutely have to. But don't get married in December, because you will spend money, you will spend the prices will just keep going up and going up and going up, and you will not keep spending, you will not stop spending. Another thing, you will not stop spending until the wedding is over. Just know, maybe if you say it's 5 million you want to spend for your wedding, I'm just saying 5 million, for instance, you say you want to spend 5 million for your wedding, by the time wedding is over you would have spent more than 5 million. So just put that at the back of your head, that no matter how diligent you are with spending money, small thing must enter, because you don't stop spending money until that wedding is over, until you have finished your, like, you have gone to the church and you have gone to the reception, and that's when you stop spending money. Even except if you are owing. If you are owing by the end of your wedding, you will still be spending, but that will be part of your budget. But just know that wedding is currency eating. This is the important part. All the part of the video is important, don't mind me, but this part is also important. Another advice I would give you is that you should do something that you like. Honestly, it's your wedding. It's you and your husband's wedding, you and your partner's wedding. Don't do things because people like it. Do things because you like it, because you are the one that's going to be looking at it and be like, this is not what I wanted. But if it's something that you want, you'll be smiling when you go there. Like my for instance, my colors, it took me almost 1 month to find my asoebi colors, to find my fabric, to find the colors that I want to wear for my wedding, because I wanted it to be what I like. If it wasn't what I like, it was what people like, it was just there, I would have not been happy wearing those things. I would have not been happy doing those things, because it's not what I like, it's what people like, is not what I wanted. So do what you want for your wedding, because at the end of the day, it's yours. It's not your mommy's wedding, not your daddy's wedding, it's your wedding. So try as much as possible. You can do things for people because you want them to be happy, but the major part of the wedding should be about things that you like. If you do things because other people like it, me that have like 1 or 2 regrets, you'll be having like 10 at the end of the, even in the wedding day, you'll be regretting, why did I choose this color, why did I use this venue, I don't like this venue. Because but when you're at peace with your choice, when you're at peace and what you are doing is what you like, you just be smiling, you just be happy, so my advice to you is do what you like, choose what you like, even if it's going to, because at the end of the day, when you find that thing that you like, when you go with that one that you like, you feel it in your soul and say, "Ah, this is what I want." You feel like, ah, this is what I wanted for myself, and this is I didn't do it for anybody. That's how you enjoy your wedding. So do things for yourself. What went wrong? I won't say it went wrong. I'll just say it didn't go according to plan. I don't want to use the word went wrong. So what didn't go according to plan? Number one, the church closed late, and the church was in another town. Before we could travel from the church in another town to where our reception was, time had gone far, and it affected how the reception went. And I later found out that my reception hall closes by 6 p.m. I didn't know at the time that I rented it, or maybe I knew. I didn't know, really. I didn't know. So even though at the end of the reception people still wanted to party, but they had closed the they were getting ready to close the hall. If we started a bit earlier, I would have still had enough time to party, but we didn't start the reception a bit earlier because of the church was late. So try and do your church and your white, almost your church and your reception almost in the same place, so that there will be, especially when you know that your church is a waste time. My church, Anglican church, they wasted time. They wasted time. They were preaching and doing many things as if, but in the end it happened. But yeah, just try to do your church where your wedding is, so that you get there on time and you party enough time. This doesn't apply to people in Lagos, because I know that people do your wedding till 12 a.m. or 1. But maybe if you're in other cities and they close on time, the reception hall close on time, or you can pay them more to open the hall longer. I think if I knew that the hall closed earlier, maybe I would have paid them or talked to the manager to increase it to like 8. But we later closed by 7, but it would have been better if we closed by 8. Another thing that went wrong is I forgot to take a video in one particular thing that I asked my event decor person to make available, because I always like it in people's wedding. You know that thing that you stand on and you be dancing and you put your phone there and it will be turning around? I did not even see it. Like, I did not see that it was there, to tell you how busy or how my mind did not even go. But I told them to put that thing there so that I would use it. I didn't, other guests used it, but me, that I bought it for myself. I didn't bring it for guests. I bought it for guests too, but majorly for myself. But I didn't do it, and it was so painful. I was like, something that I paid 100,000 for, so that I will step on it and dance with my husband. I did not do it. That one pay me. That one pay me. That one went. Every time I always think, I wish I can go back and do that thing. And I blame my vendor. At the same time, I don't blame her, because I think she put it there because she wanted that whole MJ pink decor to be there and really look nice. And it needed a wall for it to have that effect, and that's why I didn't see it. And on that thing is, that hall, they used to open that back door before, but they didn't open it that day. If they opened it that day, maybe I would have known that it was there. But we passed the same entrance twice. Usually you pass one entrance to come in. I said we have used that hall severally for weddings, because we're wedding people. So we didn't pass there. If we passed there, I would have known. But the thing paid me, till today, it's still paying me. I said it before, but another thing that didn't go according to plan was, I didn't know that the hall closes by 6 o'clock, and that affected everything. That, like, by the time the party was popping, everybody were still ready to go down, but it was time to go, and we even had to talk to them, and they allowed us to stay on that 45 minutes, almost 1 hour. But would have stayed longer if they didn't close the place by the time that they ended up closing it. I wish I knew. Maybe I would have talked to them and would have fixed that, because the chain just went off from because that's the time it goes off. It's not their fault, but I would have planned better if I knew. And that thing that didn't go according to plan was that I did not wear my third outfit. Although I did not like my third outfit, Let me know that I didn't like it. It is not my favorite one. My fashion designer that I used for my first outfit and my second outfit for my trad, my reception dress, she's not the one that made my friend. She's not the one that made my third outfit. My third outfit, I counted on someone else to do it. The person failed me woefully. In a way, I knew that that dress was not going to come out the way I wanted it, but I just wanted to try, and it wasn't really giving compared to every other thing that I had won. So I was like, that's another thing that made me say your wedding will not be perfect, because I would have preferred to wear my third outfit. I was going to still wear it, even though I didn't really like it. I was going to still wear it just for the plot. I was going to still wear it just for the plot, but the time now did not make me. I said if I go outside and change before I come back, maybe they feed off. Even though my friends were like, go and wear, I was like, no. So I wore my second outfit throughout. I didn't wear my third outfit because, again, weddings are not always the way you plan it. But it wasn't bad. And I'm going to eventually wear it one day, but it was not up to the standard of what I was wearing since. So I did not, it did not really pay me like that. I did not wear it. Let me know that it did not pay me. If it was my friend, my fashion designer, that my friend that made it, and I did not wear it, it would have paid me, because I know that she really puts in effort to she puts in a lot of effort in her outfits, like. And why I'm so happy that choose somebody that you can work with too. This is not part of the question word. Choose somebody that you can work with, in terms of vendors, in terms of your friends, in terms of just everything. Choose someone that you can work with, because the fact that I choose someone, my friend, that I can work with, the fact that I chose her to do my outfit for me, helped me. Because one, she came all the way from Port Harcourt to help me. She would have just sent it, paid a driver to send it, but she came with them and she helped me wear them. That's a job. That's a job of a stylist. I did not pay her separately for a stylist, but she did it out of the goodness of her heart. I don't even know how I'm going to pay her, but it just makes me to realize that you need to work with somebody that is kind. Forget it, my friend, but if she was not my friend, there are still some vendors that I use that the fact that they were so kind to me made it, because with style, when it comes to choosing a style of clothes, I don't sew clothes because of that. Even I don't like to buy things because of that, because I'm so choosy, I'm so indecisive. So imagine that I've chosen this style and then I'll change it again, and she will just be okay with it. So please work with people that are easy to work with, or work with people that understand you, because if they do, it will not be stressful for you. But if they don't, there will be a lot of bickering and quarreling, and you don't need it as a bride. This one is one thing that did not go according to plan at all. So what happened was that for my trad, they told me that it was time to go and change to my second outfit. The women, you know, those women that they go to weddings every time, they go to traditional marriage every time, so they know. So those women told me to go inside and change, that it was time for me to change. So as they were tying my hair for the pink outfit I wanted to wear, that's when they now started knocking the door that I should come out and come and sign my certificate. I was like, but they said I should change. They said, come outside now, come outside now. I wanted to change to the pink outfit and we'll take the picture together, because my husband's outfit was going to match with the other pink outfit I was trying to change to. But they told me to come outside. I swear. Thinking about it now, the best. But they said, come outside. Go. Knocking at the door. So they just tied my hair. If you see me, I was so mad. I was so angry. I was just like swelling my face. At the beginning of that, when I came out with the pink hair tie, color around my wedding, can you imagine? Well, at the end, now I think about it, it's funny, but then it was not funny. I was angry. I was like, these women, what if you do this every time? Why that's one thing that did not go according to plan in my. That's the only thing that I didn't go according to plan in my trad. Every other thing is my white, my white, my white. I was like, these women, if you are doing it every day, why? How do you not know that it's not time for me to change? Now I have made me to wear pink, blah blah blah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any more questions, I'm not, when it comes to my wedding Q&A, I'm not, what's the word, I can't get tired of answering questions. So if you have more questions for me, leave them in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. If you've not subscribed, you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please be liking my videos. I think that I'm always getting views, but people are always so, they are forgetting to tap the like button. Please don't be forgetting, please tap it, like it, please, because it helps YouTube to know that you enjoy the video. Because if you enjoy it, or if you like the video, YouTube will be like, okay, this person enjoyed it, other people will enjoy it, so they start pushing it. So please guys, like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and until my next one, bye.